In a stunning reversal, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Vaccine Advisory Panel has abandoned its highly contentious plan to require a prescription for COVID-19 vaccines. This move, which could have created significant barriers to access, has sparked intense debate and raises critical questions about the future of vaccine policy in the U.S. But here's where it gets controversial. While the panel backed away from this proposal, their recommendations still include layers of complexity that could confuse the public and undermine trust in vaccination efforts. During a tumultuous meeting on Friday, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, ACIP, grappled with technical glitches, procedural confusion, and heated disagreements among members. The committee ultimately voted to recommend COVID-19 vaccination for adults 65 and older, as well as for younger individuals through a process called shared decision-making. This means that while anyone over 6 months old can still get the vaccine, patients are encouraged to discuss the risks and benefits with a healthcare provider. For those 64 and younger, the focus is on emphasizing that the vaccine's benefits are most significant for those at higher risk of severe disease. And this is the part most people miss. The panel also voted to include speculative or unsubstantiated risks about the COVID-19 vaccine's effectiveness on CDC information sheets. While the CDC typically adopts the panel's recommendations, these changes are not final until Acting CDC Director Jim O'Neill approves them. This decision highlights the increasingly politicized nature of vaccine policy under Kennedy's leadership, which now sharply diverges from the positions of major medical organizations. Throughout the meeting, clinicians expressed alarm over the panel's departure from established processes. Dr. Sandra Freihofer, representing the American Medical Association, criticized the committee's integrity, stating, "We're concerned about how vaccine recommendations are being developed. Data is being selectively used to justify specific conclusions. These concerns come on the heels of Thursday's vote to restrict access to the MMRV vaccine for children under 4, part of Kennedy's broader campaign to overhaul U.S. vaccine policy. Notably, some of the most radical proposals were rejected. A motion to remove the recommendation for infants to receive the hepatitis B vaccine at birth failed, and the prescription requirement for COVID-19 vaccines ended in a tie, with ACIP Chairman Martin Kulldorff casting the deciding no vote. This was only the second meeting of the panel since Kennedy replaced the Biden-era members with his own appointees, some of whom have a history of criticizing vaccines, particularly COVID-19 shots. MIT professor Retsef Levi, a panel member, drove much of the discussion, emphasizing safety concerns and stating, "I don't think the public currently believes the narrative of safe and effective." His comments reflect the growing confusion surrounding COVID-19 vaccines, exacerbated by the FDA's recent decision to restrict fall boosters to those 65 and older or with high-risk conditions. Is this a step toward greater transparency and patient autonomy, or a dangerous erosion of public health trust? The panel's decisions invite a critical question. How should we balance individual choice with the collective need for evidence-based health policies? Share your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation that demands diverse perspectives.